this evening about CSIM, and I want to clear up a few things about CSIM. The first thing I want to talk about is your weekly submissions. We are now in practice round 3, but this is a sample of practice round 2. If I was Zach and Luke trying to make a decision for the team, in the end, they really don't have very many people to go from, so they need your input. If you don't know what you're doing, that's okay, because I don't think anybody really knows what they're doing. It's a practice round. The intent of the practice rounds is to give you repetition to see what happens when you make certain choices, okay? So I want you to be learning from these choices so that you can see what works and what doesn't work, and maybe what impacts one another, because once we get into round 1, the real round next week, it really counts. So I need to have everybody get out into the simulation and submit their individual decisions. Now, if you don't know how to do that, I have a simulation folder created for you. In this simulation folder, there's a how-to video from CSIM that they put on. It's about an hour. It's a really awesome video. I find that some people don't like to sit for an hour, so what I did was I created a separate video on all of the things. Don't do forums though, so I apologize. I'm just going to take that out while we're in here. You're going to be using discussion boards. I've changed that since I started. So the first one is reviewing your market conditions. So if I would go into my decision tab, and let's say I'm going to go in as Zach, and I'm going to go into market conditions. This is what I'm talking about in that video. So in each of these tabs, I have a separate video for you to be learning from. Okay, so all the way to the decision checklist. How do I submit my answers? How do I submit a team decision? How do I change or modify a team decision? This is really what I want you to do. I even put the length of time each of the videos are. So I don't spend a ton of time on this, but I do walk you through how to do each of them. So my recommendation when you're starting out is to watch this video. Go review your market conditions. Watch this video. Go submit your demand. Watch this video, go look at your manufacturing and production, and do it in that order. It's going to take you some time the first couple weeks. I'm not going to lie. Some people spend 3 to 5 hours on this. Those are the people who understand the simulation in the end. It doesn't take that long week after week, but the first couple weeks you do need to spend some time in this. This is a 250-point total assignment. You should be spending time in the beginning on this. You need to be spending time in the beginning on this. It's really important. I'm going to go back to class materials and talk about in lesson plan 1. I have a quiz in here for CSIM in lieu of a discussion from the first week. This is actually going to be due this week Wednesday. Make sure that you get in here and do this. It's important for you to help each other out. You can use the discussion boards to do that. Now in the first week's discussion boards, I had out there the different team pages, team green, team orange, team red, team blue. This week I did not get that in there, so I apologize for that. But this is where you need to be submitting your discussions. So you would click in team gray, and then you would simply reply to each other. If for some reason one week I don't have your team name out there, create your own. Somebody did that, I think, in just practice round 3 where I didn't do that. They created team gray. Submit under team gray. Okay, if you see that, I know Regan submitted his own, but submit under team gray because they created that for you. If you look at Michelle as an example, Michelle is on team green, so go ahead and submit under team green. Okay, so if you haven't already created one out there, but you see that maybe somebody else is out there under a different team, and I'm thinking of Teresa as an example, is team orange, then submit under Teresa, or reply to each other. This round might be a little bit goofy, but you need to be out there early and often. You should submit something on Sunday, something on Monday, something on Tuesday, multiple times. I'm looking for at least 3 interactions a week with your team, and it can't be on Wednesday. On Wednesday, your CEO needs to be submitting. If you haven't already picked your CEO, you need to do that. Each week needs to have a CEO. I looked at practice round 2 as an example, and I think I want to look at Team Orange because specifically I saw that in here as I was looking through here. Just give me a minute for it all to pop up. They decided who should be the CEO starting next week, round 1 and 6, 2 and 7, 3 and 8, 4, 9, 5 and 10. Okay, so they've already done that. They've discussed this. So get out there, communicate often and early. I'm getting frustrated emails from people on teams that haven't heard from their teammates. So I need you to get out there and respond, whether I have it out there or not. I appreciate the folks that created in practice round 3, the team gray and the team orange, I believe. That's where you should be, or team green. That's where you should be responding. Okay, so for this week, I can go ahead and create another one if you want, but I see that a couple of you have already responded. But there's not very many responses in here, and everybody should have posted at least once by now. So you need to get out there to do that. So make sure that you're doing this. It is critical and crucial. The last thing that I want to talk to you about is the points and how this is being scored. When you look at the simulation, you're being graded on team improvement in the following 4 areas: revenue, market share, profit, and utilization. So starting next week to round 10, if you improve in 4 areas, you get 40 points. 3 areas, 30 points. 2 areas, 20 points. 1 area, 10 points. That's round 1 to round 10 that you've had an increase week over week. Okay? So I'm looking for improvement. I'm not looking for you to know how to do this from week 1. I'm looking for you to learn how to do this over the semester. You're also going to receive 100 points for completing your individual submissions. Each week that you don't submit something, you lose 10 points. Okay? You can't submit late work. The system doesn't allow for this. It needs to get done. This entire assignment with the discussion boards is worth 250 of your total points. You need to spend time on this. It is really, really important. If you have questions, please reach out to me. Thank you.